Hey guys, it's Tiffany. Welcome to Free Tarot Friday. We're just going to shuffle the deck and start the readings. These are just for fun, just something to look into your weekend. So welcome if you're new, and we're going to be using the Golden Tarot deck. It's my favorite deck to use. It's just a standard tarot deck by Kat Black. And let's just look and see what we've got available for some fun news, something practical, something that makes sense to somebody, so that you guys can get a little extra connection to the cosmos this weekend. So we're starting with Aries, and the Page of Cups jumps out. Let me back up so you guys can see. All right, clearing the deck for Aries. What do our Aries friends need to know? Something useful and helpful for the Aries out there. All right, here's what's going on. So Aries, it looks like you've got this message of love coming in. And then you have this like back to the drawing board kind of feeling going on here. This is about chopping wood, carrying water, being disciplined at work. It's kind of like starting from the ground up. And some of you may have, like, let's say that you're older and you don't really want to start from the ground up right now. So this is it feels like it's a bit of a pain because you know what needs to be done and you know where it needs to start, and you're just kind of back to the basics and you're needing to give it a little bit of a rest. So I would say if you're feeling overwhelmed or excited about whatever work project you're working on, take it down, take it back to the basics, and also go really slow. Just give it a rest, pace yourself. And then we've got this message of love. So it's actually kind. It's like a kindness to yourself if you'll slow down and pace yourself. So what you normally could do 20, 30 things in a day, let's break it down and just do 2 or 3, and then give yourself a nice big refresh every day. Like yesterday I had some hard things that were on my agenda, and so I took a full hour-and-a-half bath and meditation ahead of time, and it went a lot better for that, right? So that's my invitation to you guys, Aries. Hi, Jessica. Awesome. All right. So even if you feel like you don't have time, slowing down will help you. Let's clear the deck for Taurus. So what do our Taurus friends need to hear? Something good for their weekend. Clearing the deck for Taurus. What should they focus on this weekend? Any Taurus watching? Let me shuffle a little bit more. I'm feeling sticky. Okay. All right. Hi, Bobby from San Diego. All right, Taurus. Let's see. So we've got this King of Cups and the Two of Cups and the Hermit. So I feel like maybe is somebody's love a little bit overpowering for you right now, or are you too much for somebody else? I doubt it, but are you just feeling like they're coming on strong? You know, this is talking about your lover or your business partner. It's like you just feel like somebody's kind of coming in with their vast amount of love and you're not really sure what to do with it. So it's like, okay, maybe you freak out, maybe you're having a little bit of alone time, so you know what to do with this large amount of love that's coming towards you. And so as you're kind of alone and you go back into work mode, it looks like there's kind of a thief in the deck here. So I would be careful with what's going on with your work. I would change your passwords. I would check your bank accounts, make sure everything is going smoothly there. But I would just take this as a warning more to not retreat and isolate and overwork yourself, and just be open to this massive amount of love coming your way. This is a fertility period, right? So 9 weeks, 9 months, the seeds have been planted and something is growing, and so maybe it's time for you to give work a little bit of a rest, let it stop stealing your time, and expand into the space of love. Awesome. Hi, Magdalena and Christine. Let's do Gemini next. So let's clear the deck for Gemini. What do our Gemini friends need to hear? Let's clear the deck for Gemini. Clear for Gemini. All right. All right, something good for our Gemini friends. All right, guys. So we got this 9 of coins where it's like you're well on your way to your goals. You're well on your way to the life that you had envisioned. Things are seeming like you're on your way, basically. But then we've got this Knight of Swords and the world upside down. So I just feel like you feel a little upside down, like you feel like your world's been turned over and you had, like, I'm going on this track and now all this shit happened, so I feel really upside down about it. And that can make you feel a little bit unsure. But I think it's just a feeling. I think it's just a time. I think it's just a snapshot of this moment of time, because we got the Six of Wands next, and that's a victory. That's a win. You know, these are very positive things for you, Gemini. Just let the world be upside down for a little bit. Don't take the weight of it with you. You know, that's what's going on. It's like you're questioning what you had in mind. You're questioning your end goal, and you might need to be generous with yourself is what that looks like. Just being generous with yourself. All right, Gemini, so you will know what that means. And keep going forward, because there is a victory. And just don't block your own light. Don't get in your own way. It's okay if everything around you is upside down for a little bit longer. Maybe a lot longer. But you're still going in the right direction, even though all that's happening. You know, I hope somebody really needed to hear that. Hey, Jennifer. Hi, Elodie. Yay. My friends are here. So we're clearing for Cancer. Clearing the deck for Cancer. What do our Cancer friends need to hear? This one is the one that fell out, the Page of Coins. Clearing the deck for Cancer. Okay, that one fell out too. All right, so the Page of Coins, this is a message about money, followed by the Two of Coins. So you're feeling pulled in a couple of different directions, and it's actually spreading your energy thin. Where around work, we also have the Emperor upside down. So the Emperor right side up is about our jobs, what we're committed to, sometimes our spouse, usually the man figure in the relationship, but it's upside down here. So what I'm saying is, like, this is a message about money, your income. You're not quite sure what to do, but you are at a crossroads. A reader told me that once, and I like that for this one. It's like you're at a crossroads and you're ready to do something about it, but then here's this like thing that you're committed to that's a little upside down. So either you're in your own way about it, or the people in your life are in your way about it, but yet you're still at this crossroads. So what are you going to do about it, right? The sun is upside down, so you just feel like you're delayed. So it's not an actual delay, it's just a feeling like you're delayed. You can still be moving forward. So you've got this crossroads feeling, you've got this delay feeling going on, but good news, we've got the Chariot, which is a victory or win. It's about forward motion. Sometimes it can indicate a new car or a new vehicle or even a new boat, but it's about going forward. So even though you're at this crossroads and you feel a little blocked about it, this could also be like receiving messages from spirit, the sunlight of the spirit, right? You might be feeling like you're blocking your own light. But here we got this going forward card, and here we got walk away and don't look back. So there's just something that you know that you need to put down in order to have this victory, to have this win. So the crossroads has been uncomfortable for a little while. It's coming to an end, and you're moving forward. So just don't sweat it. Don't worry about it. You've got a new perspective, and you're being kind. Okay, so this is like when you're being harsh. This is when you're being kind. So you've got a new perspective, and you're able to go forward as soon as you put down this thing that's holding you back. So this is the walk away and don't look back. From what? That's going to be up to you to interpret. Okay. So, thank you, Christine, Jennifer, Helen. Okay, after Cancer is, I almost said Gemini. After Cancer, thank you, is Leo. So we'll clear the deck for Leo. Jennifer, yes, Mercury is retrograde right now. It's releasing pretty soon. Just wrote the forecast. But y'all, I had like the quintessential Mercury retrograde day yesterday. Pausing for Leo to tell you this, right? Like, I thought I was going to get my oil changed. So Mercury retrograde, like mechanical issues, printer issues, ordering issues, like the details get fuzzy and messed up, right? So I went to go get an oil change. Turns out I didn't need one at all. The car I have, you can go further. I just didn't know that. So that was fine. There was going to be a 2.5-hour wait with my appointment anyways, so that's frustrating. There's no rental car. I couldn't go anywhere. I went to bring a smoothie to one of my buddies that's ill. The online ordering system wasn't working well. I went to the wrong location, and then when I got there, they like took forever to get to the door, and then my bank card didn't work, so I had to go listen to all of the charges and approve and blah blah blah. And like, I mean, it just was, I went to the next wrong address. Yes, Mercury is retrograde, and it is very much so in my life right now. So we're going to clear for Leo, get all of that energy out of there, clearing for Leo. What do our Leo friends need to hear? Clearing for Leo. Whoops. Okay, like half the deck fell out, so I'm going to redo that. Some practical advice, some guidance for Leo that they would help them on their path this weekend. Clear for Leo. Hi, Diane from Seattle. Cool. So much is unknown, Leo. Are you panicking? Okay. So, guys, I want to invite you to my metaphysical group. So, through Wise Skies, I have a metaphysical learning group where we do these readings or we practice our psychic work. It's all for beginners, so everybody's welcome. I'll pop that link in later, but I almost went into a teaching moment, and so I thought maybe not. Maybe I'll just invite those who want to come learn more. But for now, if you're just here for the readings, right, Leo, you've been in some anxiety, some sleepless nights, it looks like. I'm sorry about that. It feels like you can't really shine and you can't go forward with your big, huge, beautiful ideas. A lot of Leos are in kind of the arts, film, music, hair, beauty, fashion, sometimes even food, camera work. And a lot of that is slow right now. So no wonder it's like, I can't be the director of my life right now. That's kind of what that feeling is like. And it can be very, very sad. This is 8 of Cups reverse. This is walk away and don't look back. This is just give it a little time. Just be a little bit more patient. It is going to be okay. You're going to get to be in the limelight again, right? There is something that's unknown and more will be revealed. And maybe you're deceiving yourself. Maybe you're tricking yourself into thinking that it's all over. You know what I mean? Maybe you're uncomfortable in the limbo, in the void. And that's what that feels like to me. You're not feeling as strong about your own decisions, as confident as you normally are. Okay, so in order to gain that confidence back here, so many of us got the Hermit today. This is spending a little bit of alone time with yourself and God in the woods. This is not like alone time in the bath for 30 minutes with your cell phone flipping through social media. This is actual, real, recharge, alone time. Not alone time with your best friend, not alone time with your kids, like in the woods alone, at least a couple of hours. You do get a victory and a win if you will do this. If you'll separate yourself, not in a freaky, like panic, dramatic isolation way, in a, oh my God, this is so silly. I know that I'm the star of my life, and I'm going to hit the pause button, reset, so that all of this impatience and frustration around being in limbo and the uncertain times just dissolves, just goes away like a Etch-a-Sketch, right? Okay, and Grizel, hi. Okay, that was Leo. We're going to go into Virgo, guys. So let's clear for Virgo. Like, that was the Leo reading. I'm just going to... Clearing for Virgo. What do our Virgo buddies need to hear? Something that would be really beneficial to their weekend. Give them a little insight, some guidance, some practical wisdom. Where was I, Virgo? Okay. All right. We've got 3 reverse cards right at the beginning. We've got this Knight of Coins reversed. Okay. So this could be like delays at work. This could be a long project that ends up being a lot longer. This could be minor setbacks because somebody filtered the data incorrectly. And by minor, like it's minor to me, it might be major to you, right? Like this is to be expected during Mercury retrograde, something that slows you down at work. It could be somebody's weird attitude. I was going to say some nasty words, but it could be somebody's odd perspective that feels like it's slowing you down, right? So we've got this 9 of Cups where upright, it's like you get your wish. Upside down, it's like somebody's not doing what you need them to do. Okay, so whether that's a contractor, whether that's somebody at work, whether that's whatever it is, it's just like that feeling of, hello, I've been clear, what seems to be the holdup here. So we've got these 2 kind of frustrating feelings, and then we've got the Magician upside down. So it's almost like this feeling of not total powerlessness, okay, that's the heavy side of that, but we've got this feeling of like kind of being out of control. And so some of you are better at going with the flow than others, right? Some of us, I should say. It looks okay here. You've got 2 9s going on. It does look like you are changing your perspective, and as you change your perspective, the perspective around you totally changes. So it's like, have the poopy party, let it happen, feel all the feelings all the way through, cry, get pissed off, pout, hit the pillow, whatever it is you do to release that. Do yoga, right? Go for a walk, sweat it out in the sauna, whatever it is you do to move energy through your body so that it doesn't get stagnant and hurt us in illness and injury. And then you get a new perspective, and it really doesn't even matter. You know, that person that's been bothering you doesn't even bother you anymore because they just don't matter to you. You know, like you have a fresh perspective. All right, we're clearing now for Teresa as a Virgo. How did that feel? Do you need extra insight on that? And Yahira, hi. And Tanya, hello, guys. Good to see some familiar faces. It's so nice when I can recognize you. Thank you for your faithful watching. It means a lot to me personally. Diane wants to know what we named the kitten. So, little fun fact about Tiffany. I am the worst at naming things. Like, the worst. Like, I waited 3 months to name my daughter after she was born. 3 months. So, I have like 5 contenders, and I'm not there yet. I'm going to know when I'm there, right? All right, so Teresa wanted a little extra. Let's see, what can I help with Teresa specifically? So it's kind of the same message here. It's like just these delays and these setbacks. I feel like, okay, maybe here's your helpful thing. It's like there actually are a lot of options. So when you feel like something is set back or something is delayed or somebody's mood is wrong and you've done all the things, you've taken the crystal baths, you've salted yourself, you've saged yourself, just remember that there are many, 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 many options. And so you might not be the one that can think of it because you're in it, right? And so this is like the card of having the magical third option. It only comes through that time when you conjure in, when you call in the great cosmic advisors. You know what I mean? You're like, hey, help me with this. I'm not seeing clearly. Can you provide a magical third option? And that would be the prayer I would be using pretty much all the time, but for you specifically, Teresa, and any Virgos. All right, we're clearing for Libra, right? Yes. Clearing for Libra. I'm going to jinx myself, but I don't think I've gone out of order yet. Maybe there was one day. So keep me on track. Let's go Libra. Clear for Libra. Okay. Libra, you have decided to stay in a situation that wasn't working for you, okay? Because you felt like it was the most loving thing to do. All right. So you have not overstayed your welcome, but you've stayed somewhere longer because of your great love. All right. And so I feel like that's going to be significant to you because of your great love, but also because there's some financial stability going on. And so then we've got, it's like you're staying because of your love and or money in a situation that you probably should have left or have felt like you should have left. So never take my word for that, right? You're making your own decisions. But it's like it's caused you a lot of anxiety, and it's almost like you're just overthinking, you're done thinking about it. You have chosen to stay, and you have accepted this perspective for now, and you do kind of have this sense of wanting to do something different, but not really feeling like you can in some ways. So I do want to get a card of clarification for Libra here. Clearing for Libra. Oh, good, Teresa. I'm glad that makes sense. And Yahira, yes, I will do you a card message, but let me get through these guys. Yeah, it's just kind of become more expensive. And what I mean by that is like your energy is valuable. So maybe you've been a little bit more drained, you know? So what do we make of that? We start to harness our own energy. We stop spending it on other people or ideas. And that's hard for Libras because they're such a great partner, right? All right, we're going to clear for Scorpio. Clearing for Scorpio. We'll do a quick one for Yahaira because she's always here. Let's do a quickie for you before we do Scorpio. Just one. Do nothing right now. Very clear. So hopefully you had something in mind, and if not, the answer is take it slow, take it easy, don't make any big decisions. All right, clearing for Scorpio. Okay, thank you. All right, so these are the ones that kind of fell out together. They fell out like this. It's first with this Hanged Man again, right? So Scorpio, just go slow. There's a big risk coming up. It feels like you're risking a lot of love, okay? And so it's like, what do you really want to do? You're not sure. You're rolling the dice. It feels uncertain. You don't feel like you should do anything, all right? But you are rolling the dice in some way. Maybe there's some people that aren't agreeing with you, and that kind of slows you down. That makes you feel like you can't really go forward because there's, not that they're disagreeing, it's just like you're not on the same page. It could be a total disagreement, right? But you just have to remember that you're the star of your life, and so you've got to move forward with what's best for you, regardless of what these other people are suggesting. Sometimes it's not very beneficial to go out and get everybody's advice. You know, this is the case for you, Scorpio, this weekend, because more will be revealed. Life is unfolding. There's more happening behind the scenes, and it's not your job to figure it all out right now. In fact, it's kind of tormenting you, right? The devil reversed. It's like really tormenting you. So what do we do about that? You know, you take it, you pull the good cards, you take the chance, and you shine. Anyways, you know, like, does anybody know that Mother Teresa quote, or do they want to pop it in the comments about, like, when they're bad, be loving anyways? You know what I mean? Do you know that one, guys? I love it. It's I'll look it up later. All right, we're clearing now for Sagittarius. Clear for Sag. What do our Sagittarius friends need to hear? Something good for their weekend. Well, isn't that bizarre? We've got the Death reversed. So something recently ended, and it's like, okay, that part's over, and now we can begin again, right? So it's not like pending death. It's like, okay, the death happened, and now it's time to go forward with a new chapter. You also got the taking the risk with your great love, and also the feeling like you can't do anything about it right now. So what do we do with that, right? We go forward anyways. We pick out the good cards. We say, yes, take a chance. Do what's most loving for you. You know what's right in your own life. We got this Fool reversed over here. It's like, don't be foolish, don't be naive. It's like, this is a quest for maturity. So it's like, what's the most mature thing for you to do for yourself? All right, and then now we're going to clear the deck for Capricorn. Bobby, okay, you want a clarification from the Cancer reading about what the crossroad is. Clearing for this one specifically for Bobby. What's the clarification for the crossroads that might be beneficial to focus on the whole world? All right, so I'm going to use some of my psychic work and my intuition, which is coming in strongly for you, Bobby. I just feel like you had an idea of how you wanted life to be going, and that is ending for you. Okay, so this crossroads has more to do with how you wanted to retire, how you wanted to spend these years, how you wanted to start the next chapter. It's like you used to want to be a publisher in Vermont, and now you want to make honey in California. It's that drastic. And so that when that much information is coming in and we're not psychically open to it, we can brace against it, and we can feel like we're at a crossroads and not know why. So I think it has to do with your long-term vision, goals, and planning. But I'm just one crazy tarot lady, so you know, you might not feel the crossroads until we've got 3 more days this weekend, right? So it might come up naturally for you organically. All right, we were on Capricorn. Let's clear the deck for Capricorn. And for Capricorn. Okay. So much unknown, right? All right, so we've got the Moon and the Hermit here. It's like you feel maybe stressed out in your alone time. You feel like alone time is not providing you maybe the results that you had really wanted. It's like you've been quiet, you've been alone, and yet you still feel a little bit upside down financially, and you are ready to stand in that financial glory. You've got projects coming in. You might even have a new job opportunity or a boss that is benevolent to you, or people that are offering you work. You know, there's good things going on, but you're still feeling kind of vague and confused, and you just feel like there's still kind of this like impending doom going on, right? You just feel like when is it ever going to be really okay? You're just feeling a little bit uncertain. I would focus on just the work projects is what is going to center and stabilize you. So Capricorns, you have two energies about you. You have this achieving, ram goat energy, the mountain goat that climbs to the top of the mountain. And then you also have your tail in the depths of the sea. So you're very intuitive. So you might be taking on other people's feelings and internalizing them as your own, instead of being able to see a clear boundary in what's yours and what's theirs. And so to get you out of that, to ground you, we're going to focus on your work and what's coming in, and focusing on your own abundance and prosperity, because that is something that is very grounding for Capricorns. Okay, Bobby says that was spot on. Just don't know what the next chapter should be yet. Right. I wish that there was a card that said, what should your next chapter be? And I could just pull it out for you, right? That for you, it's being the star of your own life. So maybe you've been somebody who has lived for others, or done some people-pleasing things, or chosen a location based on what would be helpful for somebody else. And now it's just time for you to do what's most loving for you, okay? And that might take a while to understand. That might take a while to think through and feel through. So, Capricorn, let's do Aquarius. Clear for Aquarius. Clear for our Aquarius. Hi, Arjun. Glad you're here. We're clearing for our Aquarius reading. So what do we need to know for the Aquarius watching? All right, for Aquarius, we've got the Five of Wands. So this is a fight not worth having because nobody wins. All right, you're feeling like there's something that's been unjust and you kind of want to get in the middle of it. You want to get in the mix because actually there's maybe somebody being kind of jerky about it, or not communicating well, and you're just kind of over it. You are sick of the people that aren't communicating well, and you just feel like you want to get in there and whip them into shape. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do about that, Aquarius. What can they focus on this weekend? Okay, so Aquarius, you're going to focus on the fact that the seeds have been planted and the problem will be removed through patience. You can't just plant a seed and boom, the fruit grows, right? So if there's been something frustrating in your life, then you know that it's like, okay, we've planted the seed. We don't have to keep being the karma police about it. We have to make the truth known, call it like it is, be honest about it, and then wait, So this looks like if there's somebody, this is just an example that comes to mind. If you're in a relationship and you have asked the other person to stop chewing ice, right? So you're just going to wait. Either they are or they're not. You don't have to keep asking them. Same thing at work. If there's somebody that's late all the time and you're there early, and that's getting old, and you want the team to kind of be on the same page about the work hours, you've made it known, you've sent your email to HR, and now you're just waiting. You don't have to keep at it. Okay. So clearing for, let's see, who was after Aquarius? Pisces. So we'll clear for Pisces. Clearing for Pisces. Okay. Okay, Pisces, similar to Scorpio, the water readings are here. You know, everybody got the Star card today. So this is about illuminating. This is about being a lighthouse. This is about being a servant of humanity. This is about being a steward of the earth, okay? This isn't about like conquering, you know, this is about how can I give back type of thing. And you're already oriented that way. And there's a risk to take for you. So what is that risk? It's actually like feels like a huge action. Feels like something so drastic and interesting and fun. But then you also have this thing going on in your love life where it's like, oh my gosh, you're having the same fight again. Like, ooh. And so this is a fight not worth having because nobody wins. So how do you choose the path of love when you've got this major opportunity and then you're kind of bound by something or some energy that is wanting to fight with you, you know? So you're going to disrupt it with your great love. So if your significant other is always late 100% of the time, you don't have to get mad at them when in fact they show up late, okay? You can just let it happen because you know that that's going to happen. It doesn't have to surprise you, and that's how you can show up with your great love, right? That's how you avoid a fight not worth having. All right. So Yahaira, let's see, says she didn't know how to take the message. So I would just take it because I pulled that Hangman card for you. I would take it as just go slow and do nothing right now. I would say just pause, have a easy weekend, don't start new action, don't overthink anything. Just do something that's truly fun for you, that's truly grounding for you, because you've got that Hanged Man, which means really do nothing. So it's like relax. Okay, and Arjun would like a card. Let's see. We've got a 3 of coins reversed, so you're feeling like you're wanting to be working on your great art, your great project. You have a master plan for your life, and yet it's feeling a little bit upside down, so it's feeling delayed. And you got 2 3s here, so I would say that you're a very creative person, right? And so it's like if you're feeling like it's a little bit foolish to be in the arts for some reason, but it's your whole world. So pursue anything that you're doing with your own creativity, because it's your own ray of creativity that helps the whole, I guess, the energies around you, you know. So being creative for Arjun. And I'll just do one more and then we'll close out, guys. So it looks like Tanu wants to know, it says, hi, will my husband's unit move to a new location in upcoming months? So I never read for other people because you are married, right? It's like, okay, let's see, you know, it's like, how do you predict that with cards? It's not really my style of reading. So instead, I'm just going to say, like, you asked for guidance. And so how I'm going to ask that is, what is the guidance around the unit moving or not? You know, what's the guidance around this unit moving? What does Tanu need to know about the unit moving? Lots of the same cards. So I'm going to reshuffle because that's like the same reading. So I'm going to reshuffle because it's a specific thing for somebody, right? Okay. What does she need to know about the unit moving? All right. So this idea that you're going to have to be comfortable in the unknown. All right, so we've got this Knight of Wands reversed. It feels like there are delays, there are setbacks. It doesn't happen when you think it's going to. Okay, so that's good to know, right? That answers your question in some ways. There's some delays and setbacks. We're not forward taking action. We're slowing things down and going at a slower pace, and that can be uncomfortable, right? Like Mars is in Aries right now. We want to go, we want to do stuff, and we just feel like we can't. All right, so then we've got this Moon and this Strength card, and this is about finding your inner strength in the unknown. So that's what you need to know about that right now. You're welcome. Okay. All right, Marilyn, I had said that was the last one, but let me pull one for you, and then I will close out. So I appreciate you guys watching today. Let's get one for Marilyn. What does she need to know about relocating? It looks like it's just a fight not worth having because nobody wins. There's an unfair advantage. So is it in her best interest to relocate? It's like not worth thinking about right now. You've just got this too, and yet you yearn. You have the world in your hands, and you're wondering if it's better to go over there. Is it better to stay right where she is? You know, you're just like your magic's a little turned upside down here. So you're not wanting to stay here, and you're not sure about going forward. I mean, you already know that, right? So let's see, can we get any more clarity? You know, I don't know. It just is feeling like everything's a little bit upside down, and that it's not the right time yet. It doesn't feel like it's the right time to ask, right? About relocating. Yeah, it's causing you a lot of anxiety. So here's my advice based on that. How I would take that if this reading was for me would be to let it go completely into the ethers, to not focus on it at all. Every time that thought creeps into your head to do something very mundane, like vacuuming, or washing a window, or sweeping, or lining up rocks, or drawing, or getting into music, just train your mind to get out of it as quickly as possible. If your heart is really stuck in it, process the emotions and then do something else as quickly as possible so that your brain doesn't get on that repeat track of should I go, should I go, should I go, should I go. And so that's how I would take that personally. Okay, guys, have a great weekend. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to get one card for all of us watching for the weekend. It's funny what you see when you close your eyes. All right. The High Priestess. All right. So taking a moment to connect with the Divine Feminine. Taking a moment to read your own book of life. Taking a moment to write your own book of life. You know, this isn't just making plans that may never come through. It's like sitting down and seeing it through, using your senses, feeling what it's like, and then turning it over to the divine right time. Okay, guys, thanks for coming. Until we can hang out again, namaste.